units. Officers are in pursuit of multiple hostile vehicles.
Friends, there's a fine line between being a conspiracy theorist and seeing a clear pattern. I walk that line, and I am confident in perceiving a common thread among these attacks on Oscorp and Norman Osborn by the demons. The motive? It's hard to ascribe motive to lunatics, but I suspect it's no accident that they're striking at both a pillar of our corporate community and the center of our city's government. It's our very way of life that's under assault. As I have always warned, if you've been listening to me, you're ready. If not, I'll pray for you.
Ground teams, what's the status of our position in the West Village?
APC under fire. Repeat, we are taking fire.
Cameras aren't cheap. If Felicia's really strapped, why is she leaving them lying around?
I love making you chase me, Spider. Someday I might even let you catch me. Just not today.
Out here. Thanks for chilling in. This is my favorite song ever. Yeah, they're jamming. Getting down to it. Join them.
How's it going?
Alright, so just got back from San Diego.
There's an active pursuit of a box truck believed to have a bomb. Incident is ongoing in the West Village.
That was intense.
Demons are on a suicide run. There's a bomb
good
in the front
and
car.
kind of difficult. Cried a few times. I guess that's
Nothing
good,
like a
right?
leisurely Sunday chase through the city, right, guys? Whoa.
Fun part was getting a new skateboard. Oh god, oh, I died. fun part was getting a new skateboard. I was really surprised that skate shops were open, but unfortunately, skate parks were not. So that sucked, because there was some sweet skate parks that I wanted to check out. That would have been a lot of fun. Oh well. Another cool part that I never thought I was gonna see, I didn't even know this was gonna happen, never imagined it in my life, was I witnessed some pig slaughtering. And that was also intense, you know? Jesus Christ, just the whole trip was just intense, to be honest.
This is Stable
In a
Control.
lot of ways.
The boss wants a sit rep on the garrison.
Yeah, I went with Harley, and he took me to, like, witness, yeah, some butchering of pigs at his, you know, because that's what he does. Well, that's something that he does. Dude, it was intense. It was intense. I was really worried that they were just gonna be squealing bloody murder. But it was kind of relieving to see that the pig was dead before it even knew what was happening. Like, it was over, it was so fast. The intense part was when they slit the throat immediately after killing it. And, I almost barfed, but, I didn't. I held it in. That was just really cool, honestly.
Sorry I'm late.
Like,
Morning,
I don't
Parker.
know if I could,
Or
like,
is it
kill
evening?
the animal,
That
because I
doesn't
feel
matter.
like just, like, killing an animal over and over and over again in your life probably just, like, kind of, like, numbs you. That sounds
Check the neurosensors,
traumatizing.
would you? We need a faster
Anyway, I feel
response
like I
time.
could, I don't think I would
On
be
it.
able to do the butchering, but I feel like I would be able
Try
to
to
do,
get
like,
it
the
under 3
skinning.
milliseconds.
That part seemed kind of cool, because it's just like a, you know, I enjoy, like, precise cutting. Like, I do that with, like, collaging, you know, I make very precise cutting, and, like, I'm not gonna compare collaging to butchering and skinning, but it's, you know, I don't know, watching them, like, skin the pigs
this power relay.
was pretty cool. That was pretty enjoyable. I feel like I learned something, too, like, if I were to ever do that myself, like, I would have a better idea if I hadn't gone, you know? So I just took it as a learning opportunity, which was cool. I always want to learn. Fuck, how do you do this? It's really interesting, didn't show up. Thank God, oh my God. But, Karen, in certain ways, reminds me of her, you know, and it's just, like, funny to see, like, genetics be more than just, looks. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I feel like I just recently started realizing that genetics aren't only looks, but they're also, like, mannerisms and, like, just the way you tick. Like, genetics play a huge role in that, and, it was just cool. I don't know if it was cool, but it was interesting noticing, like, you know, certain mannerisms and just, like, certain features. Like, you know, she reminds me of Mom most when, like, early in the morning, like, when she first wakes up. Because Karen just, like, boom, like, has energy and is just, like, fucking, like, going. But then she, like, makes a strong-ass pot of coffee, or a cup of coffee. Jesus Christ, almost made me, like, throw up today. It was just, I don't know, I almost threw up this morning just because, like, dude, I fucking love genetics. Like, they interest me so much. I feel like, I wish I could, like, study certain things in a very specific manner. Like, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, genetics would be fascinating to study. Because I think about them a lot. Yeah, there we go, I'm getting it. Oh, oops. I guess I will. I forget when but when I can start registering. I think it was June 1st, but it might have been this weekend. I forget. But I'll look into it tomorrow. I'm feeling like I'm gonna like call it an early night tonight and just get back to my normal life tomorrow. Cause traveling's exhausting, and honestly, like flying gives me a headache. I don't know if it was because like they weren't serving water and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, there's no service on the planes. Traveling during this time is really interesting.
What next?
I do feel like this trip was essential though for me. I don't know. I also feel kind of guilty for
Looks like some
traveling at this time.
impedance in this neurosensor circuit.
Oh god, there's more. Yes, before. Okay. It was really cool. Fucking Brody is such an angel. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be going back before Christmas and maybe also for Christmas. So, I mean, I feel like that's when the pandemic will be over. It'd be such a joy to go together.
Finished.
But yeah, Brody's such an angel. We played a bunch of Mario Kart. So much. And then Brody loves Smash Bros. He was like training up to try to beat a level 9 computer. And we would do, he's like a level 7 right now.
New signal processor
So we would
should
do this
reduce
thing
lag.
where like, if it was just him and I playing, we would be on separate teams, but I would give him like one level 9 computer teammate, or like 2 level 6s or something, you know? And then I would just fucking duke it out with him hardcore, like his Ness. And it was just great. And then, yeah, like all 4 of us played Smash a couple times, but like the main one was Mario Kart. They love Mario Kart, all like Brody and Ocean do. That was a lot of fun. I fucking felt tempted to just leave my Switch, but I think I'm just gonna try to make that like a Christmas present or something. Brody's birthday is at the end of the month, and I could totally afford a Switch. But I kind of want it to be something with all of their names on it, so they, you know, share it. Like, sure, it might be implied that like it's Brody's, but I don't want them to be like selfish with it. Anyway. Yeah, that was a lot of fun though. Bunch of Mario Kart. He beat me once in Mario Kart in one like Grand Prix, and he was so fucking happy about it. And I was honestly a little fucking irked about it too. He beat me twice actually. God damn it. He beat me by 1 point once. I was like, are you kidding? That fucking punk. Anyway, yeah, he loved that, like beating me. Anyway, and then yeah, when I bought the new skateboard, I bought some race lube, some Bones race lube, which is awesome. Like, so you know, it's for skateboards, but I was like, bearings are bearings, you know. So Brody's all about his scooter, so we took apart his scooter and like we cleaned the parts real good, and then like lubed them all up, and he was just so ecstatic about how fast it could whip around, like how well it worked. And it took like 3 hours to disassemble this thing and clean it. Like the way it worked was like I took it all apart, he cleaned the pieces, and then I put it all back together for him and like did the lube, because that's the process for lubing up. You shouldn't, it says not to, you can't put lube on dirty parts, or else it'll just make the problem worse. Anyway. Yeah, afterwards, I don't know if it spun fast because it's not my scooter or anything, but he was just so stoked about, like, he apparently thought that you know, it worked. So I was really happy that he was so stoked about it. And, oh wow, I wasn't even paying attention when I did it. He was super stoked about that, and I was just so happy to see him so stoked. Like, who doesn't want to see, who doesn't, it just made me so happy to make, like, Brody, this, like, innocent kid, so happy. And, oh, I'm crying now. And I guess I even, like, dialed in his scooter, like, afterwards, like, not only did I lube it up and clean all the parts, but apparently I made it better, just by putting it all back together.
I got it, Doc.
That was
2.8
so sweet.
milliseconds.
Good work, Peter.
And I had so much fun doing it, too. And even Ocean, like, started being super rad. Like, the first few days with her were super rough, but then it ended up just being a really nice time. This motherfucking Doc Ock in here, he's, you know, he's fucking juggling. He's doing it. Wow. Yeah, Ocean became really sweet. Like, there was a, like, I think it all changed when, like, her, Brody, and I all had a day alone together.
I'd call that a mild success.
And,
I'd call that unbelievable.
We went to the pool together, and we just...
Do you need some help?
I, like, played that role that
Yes.
Auntie and Grandma played, like, at the pool. For us, when we were kids. I, like, taught, you know, lost the diving sticks for them, and they were just so stoked.
Doctor, what's going on?
But
It's become that obvious.
afterwards, and we, like, bought dinner.
My doctors call it a degenerative
And-
neurological disorder. Probably caused by overexposure
Yeah, we bought,
to
like,
toxic
barbecue
chemicals
stuff.
in my reckless youth.
Sorry, is there
I
anything
just
I can do?
treated them to
You
like,
already are.
anything they wanted at the store.
The worst part is, it only affects the muscles. The mind continues to work, but it can no longer do. You're the only one who knows, Peter. I'd like to keep it that way.
Of course.
If you'd like to seek a position with more of a future,
I came here to work for you because of what you've got up here. And that's not going anywhere.
I'm
So neither am I.
co-signing, or I'm trying to co-sign for Karen's apartment. Because I just want them to be able to stay there and
Oh, Peter, before I
have
forget,
a place to
I
call
read the
home,
most
like while they
fascinating
go to
article.
school, you know?
Outlines possible next steps for the neural interface.
I'll take a look. Thanks, Doc. What is this, Doc? Never seen this type of material.
Would you believe it's for welding? Provides remarkable magnetic insulation and limits cross-contamination between the neural interface and arms.
Man, direct interface with the basal ganglia. Exciting, but risky. I don't know, Doc. You'll need a gallium silk array to make it work. Even then, odds of injury are pretty high.
Gallium! Genius! Never mind the risks. We'll work them out in time.
Doc's really sick.
I'll be right
At this
back.
rate, he'll lose control of his motor functions within a year. And if we're not careful, an intracranial implant could make things even worse. Even alter his personality. We need to proceed carefully.
And Harley is just already a man. That guy. At least he thinks he is. He feels like he is. He's just big enough to be a man, that's for sure. It's so cool that he, is doing his farm stuff. I don't know if I could really do farming stuff, but I feel like I'm more of a mechanical, like hands-on type of guy. He kept leaving, like, we didn't get to hang out much because he would just, like, leave to go hang out with friends, so, but whatever, I mean, like, as 16-year-olds do. And I get it, like, I was thinking about this earlier before I got on, like, I wouldn't, like, he can't have any friends over, so, because, who would want to bring their friend over to some place where, like, they don't even have their own room, So I get that, like, he left quite a bit. Harley's thinking of Texas, or there's some, like, other college in California that he's gonna go to or something. I don't really think he's thinking about Washington.
Peter is starting
But hey,
to suspect.
I'll definitely, like, mention it to him, so we should definitely, like, plant that seed in his head that he should apply to colleges up here. Like, why not put in an application, like, just open as many doors as
Doc,
possible.
I'm sorry, my aunt just texted.
No worries, Peter.
I would love to have him up here. I would love that. That'd be really cool.
Thanks. I'll be back in a few hours.
He's just gonna be a man's man, I hope. I hope he keeps his head on straight. 16 is, like, when you're, like, coming of age, that's such a intense, like, time in your life. Like, my life changed significantly in those years. So, I really hope it just goes well for him. Well, they all need to start eating better if they're gonna be healthy. That's for damn sure. And as for happiness,
Hi, May.
God damn it, they all
Let me
need
guess.
therapy.
Running late?
Nope,
They
I'm
all
actually on
need
my
it.
way now.
We all need it. I
Have
need
you
it.
heard from Miles?
No,
Like,
but his mother said he was coming,
I
so...
just really hope
Good.
that they
I'll be there soon.
get therapy,
Bye.
because there was a couple times there. I cried 3 times. 2 of those times were because of like what I was witnessing and like the family dynamic and just how dysfunctional they are. They all just need therapy. Brody is surprisingly well. I don't get it. Like
Oh boy.
none of this
Rockets!
seems to like be
They got
affecting
rockets.
his behavior. I mean, maybe it is. I was only there for like a week. But yeah, all of them need therapy. It could do no harm.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing? Some goons. We run this city.
Oh, we got a fighter.
Good boy, Miles Morales.
You just made your last mistake, punk. What the?
Boy.
Does it seriously take this many guys to rob a teenager?
Boom. And then boom. Wow, forgot how to play, Kevin. Have I ever said how much I love Spider-Man? He's just such a great guy. It's like Christopher Walken or something, admiring Spider-Man.
You hurt? You're Spider-Man. You're the amazing Spider-Man. You're the spectacular Spider-Man. A few other choice
I love
adjectives
them all
Jameson
so
uses.
much.
Look, that was really brave. But next time, leave the fighting to the pros. Okay? Okay, but what if there aren't any around? Well, you can't just go swinging at someone twice your size. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fight guys stronger than me all the time, but when I do it, I have...
Oh, like that time you fought Rhino on the Brooklyn Bridge? That was so awesome.
Perfect example. If the other guy's bigger, you gotta be quicker. Okay?
Okay, but that's easy for you to say.
You know,
sorry,
a
I just
bear
can't do
and a
what you do.
beaver in a gay relationship, you gotta be bigger or you
Alright,
gotta
put 'em
be
up.
quicker, alright? You
Seriously,
feel
yeah, come
me?
on.
I want a gay Spider-Man.
First thing,
I'm never gonna stop saying
don't let
that.
the adrenaline get to you. Breathe slow, breathe deep, relax. Hip square to your opponent. Let them make the first move. Now use your feet, and when they go off balance, look for an opening. Boom.
Like that?
Yeah,
I
that's
got
it.
a half
Okay. Only this time,
teaspoon of
just let me
grandma's
have it.
ashes
Right on the jaw, okay? I can take it.
right next to me right here, right now.
Sorry.
No. It's all good. You keep that up and you'll be fine. All right.
I've heard
Lesson's over.
horrible
Gotta go.
stories
Hey,
of like TSA just like tearing
thanks.
through somebody's
You know,
ashes
anytime.
in their suitcase, you know, so I was really scared about TSA freaking out about that.
Just punch Spider-Man.
But I looked it up and you can't check ashes on, apparently. Oh my god, am I playing as this kid now?
Shelter should be just ahead.
So I carried them on with me in my pocket, and I just made it very clear, like,
Miles, what's up?
Bro, you're
it
not gonna
kinda
believe
looks
this.
like it could
I
be
just
cocaine
met
from
Spider-Man.
a distance,
What?
you know, because ashes,
Crazy.
no,
Hey,
it's,
did you
it's
show
pure
Mark
white,
Oh,
because it's just
man.
the remaining bone.
Totally forgot.
Oh, you suck. He totally would have
that's
bought it
what
off
doesn't-
you, and then we'd be like famous.
Get burned
Yeah,
all the
I'll
way.
show him next time. I gotta go. I promised
Anyway,
my mom I wouldn't
I
be
just-
late.
Cool. Later.
I was really nervous about that. It's really shaky before the flight back. It was shaky and sweaty. Honestly, probably because I had weed in my suitcase, but TSA doesn't seem to care about weed. They care about sand, though. They'll definitely drug test some sand.
Farmer's market. I
We cut through there.
They don't care about weed, so that's cool.
Keep moving.
Oh, fucking speaking of weed, San Diego is doing it all wrong when it comes to legal weed. I swear to God that I broke the... I'll bet I broke the law. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I broke the law, like going into some trap house or something like that. They call them medis, and it's just these weed shops. They're sketch. First off, I go in there. I take Karen in there because, like, she had never been in a shop before, and I thought it was gonna be like Washington, where it's like pretty like official looking, like it's a very nice storefront. You know, you feel comfortable going into a weed shop. This place, not at all. I walk in, feel like I'm walking into a trap house immediately. Definitely thought I was like picking up some dope or something. And then I entered into this small room. This wannabe cop guy.
Wow, that was too easy.
This like wannabe cop guy, done up in like full body armor, had a badge and you know, handcuffs and a gun. He like looks over his shoulder and he's like, "Hey, quit bogarting that joint." And then he like says I'm good. He didn't even check my ID. Dude, I could be like 16. You don't even know. Anyway, oh, I'm not supposed to be seen apparently. Whoops. Anyway, the like wannabe cop lets me through. We walk down this hall. Big trap house vibes at this point. Like I was sweating. And walk into this room. There's two guys smoking a joint. One guy quickly disappears. Like, I don't think he was supposed to be there or something. And then the other guy passes it off to the wannabe cop. And the wannabe cop starts chiefing. And then this dude, he's like all stoned because he was just hitting a joint, you know? And he's like, "Hey, like, what can I do for you, man? Like, what do you want, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude, this is like way different than Seattle. Like, you're a fucking..." I was trying to tell him in like a very Seattle roundabout way that he's a jackass. That's what I was thinking anyway. Anyway, I was just like, "Hey, I need some indica. Like, straight indica. That's all I want. I'm not picky, just fucking indica." And this dude, he's like, "Oh, okay." And then first off, nothing in this store is labeled. Like, nothing at all. Nothing has like official labels or anything. It's just like jars with quarter ounces or quarter pounds in them with like Sharpie written on them. Like what they are. So it's pretty much just like you're taking this guy's word for it that this is the strain or something. Right, so I'm like, "Alright, I need indica." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got Chernobyl for you."
Go under the gate.
I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever. That's an indica, I'll take your word for it." And then we go about our day. I get stoned later. This shit's not pure. It's probably a 50-50 blend. Maybe it might have been more sativa than indica. And I just start losing my mind. I hated it. This weed has lasted me... I hate it. Like, every time I smoke this weed, I just start having a panic attack. Maybe it's because of the environment I was in. I ended up, like, not smoking weed for, like, the majority of the trip because I just wasn't liking how it was making me feel.
Damn, there's a lot of broken glass back here. Get up. Now, you're gonna be straight with me.
So yeah, that was weird. Like, San Diego weed shops are really weird. I gave Karen a few looks, like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna get caught. God dang it. Come on, no. God damn it. Oh, Alexis Shat just hit me up. It's funny, I was just thinking of her.
Control, status. Nothing to report.
That's a pretty long response. I'll just figure that out later. I'm glad I'm not crying anymore.
I heard something.
It's great. As great as crying is, it's just not ideal. That new girl, Quinn, she's super rad. We've been writing songs together, and oh, cool.
Continuing sector sweep.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Control. We're all clear.
Yeah, Quinn, she's super rad. We're supposed to be hanging out Sunday, working on songs. Just hanging out. I honestly don't have like any romantic intentions with anybody. Which is a real nice way to think about things and go about it.
I'm invisible. Oh, they're not messing around. Okay, I'm in the clear.
Quinn is...
Phew. That was intense.
Honestly, like, I feel like a huge...
Oh, hey, Mom.
Like, gravitational pull towards her.
Did you make it to the feast shelter okay?
Yeah, almost there.
Miles.
I can't even explain it,
You
to
don't
be
have
honest.
to work at that shelter, you know.
You said I did.
No, I gave you a choice.
Yeah, and I chose this over more
Yeah,
therapy.
we're sneaking through New York.
I mean, it was helpful.
Yeah,
The guy said everyone grieves in their own way.
Katsura.
This is mine.
Sushi.
Okay. Sorry.
Sashimi,
nigiri,
and
Just because I don't want to talk about it doesn't mean I don't love you.
Oh, honey. I love you so much. We'll
Stupid
get through
fucking
this.
conversations.
I gotta go.
On your phone
I'll
with
call
your
you
mom.
on my way
Who are
home.
you, Miles Morales, to have a mom? Fuck you. I don't want to hear that.
All right, pizza. Let's go, people. Pizza right here.
Where am I going? Sweet. I'm all about the soundtrack in this game, dude. I'm gonna stop and listen to every song that they wrote for this. Boy, I'd be out here like a deadhead fucking grooving. Oh. Oh. Oh, we changed it up. I sort of kind of just want to like skip ahead to all the DLC because you can just like activate that from the menu, but I also kind of want to.
Hey, Miles. Pete.
I don't know.
Hey, sorry I'm late, man.
Oh, no, I'm just glad you're here.
All right, so, what can I do to help?
Why don't you start just by, getting comfortable with the place? Meet a few people. You know what? Everybody loves coffee.
Coffee? All right.
And I'll be back in a little while to check on you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is literally
don't worry
the
about Mr.
last thing I
Hodges.
want to do.
He doesn't bite. Much.
You sure? Coffee?
Thanks.
Need help?
Not unless you know what the hell a quark is.
It's a subatomic particle. You know, the building block of protons, neutrons, hadrons?
Subatomic. It fits. Good one, kid.
Yeah, we talked subatomic. I'm over here chiefing chronic, eating David Ranch jumbo sunflower seeds.
Oh, we have a couple of CRTs at school. I know how to fix these.
Life
when
is
you're-
good.
What? No, you just gotta smack it. Time.
Smile and shit.
Go!
Or, could be a loose glass
Come
cable.
on, can I skip this?
All right. Be my guest, huh, Mr. Smarty Pants? Hey, please, go ahead.
Tributes continue to pour in for Officer Jefferson Davis, the hero killed in the City
Oh,
Hall
that's his
bombing,
dad.
as reports emerge that he used his own body to shield others in his last moments of life.
Hey, new kid.
Survived by
I'm
his
empty
wife
here.
Rio and son Miles, as well as brother Aaron.
Yeah, you just saw your dead dad on TV, but give me some
Man didn't
fucking
do
coffee.
nothing heroic except get himself blown up.
Yeah, fuck your dad.
Hey, Ernie. I see you've met Miles. He's gonna be helping out around here. You may have heard of his father, Jefferson Davis. Pretty great that even though he's got a lot of stuff going on right now, he decided to come and volunteer. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's Peter Parker's way of saying you
Thanks.
a bitch.
Listen, kid, I'm sorry about your dad.
Come on, Miles. See if Aunt May needs a hand in the kitchen. Hey, May. I gotta take off, but, brought some help for you.
Hi, Miles. Nice to see you. Well, grab an apron, wash your hands, and I'll show you around.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for that. Back
Nice, you're doing writing again. That's good.
Almost noon. Sable should be moving Dr. Michaels. Better get to the Bowery and locate him.
I'm afraid our computers are a bit outdated.
That's cool. It might be able to improve their performance for you.
Really? That would be extremely helpful.
That's real good.
Hey, is it okay if I get here late on Thursdays? That's when the robotics club meets.
Absolutely. Your education comes first.
I'm surprised. Well, like, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised they were closed to begin with. Because, like, I imagine, like, I mean, the work you do for them is, like, all online, right? There's no, like, you don't actually, like, do storefront work, obviously, so. What's this jam?
That's right, it's me. Hey, Yuri. I'm heading to the Bowery to make sure Michaels gets to his new safe house. You know, safely.
I wouldn't do that. Silver Sable made it clear you are not welcome.
Yeah, well, what's she gonna do? Shoot me?
Honestly, 50-50 chance.
Ah, fine. I'll be in the neighborhood, but not too close. Just in case. This is the Bowery, but where's Dr. Michaels?
.34. Terrorists are assaulting officers. Shots fired.
That's so fucking cool, dude. You're like legit Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld. You're so fucking rad.
We're ready for you, Dr. Michaels. Is that the Devil's Breath?
Like you literally
It's
have a
called
job.
GR27, not. Just be careful.
That is in my one of my favorite sitcoms ever.
world.
That's so fucking cool.
I feel
You have a
better
job
already.
that they write about.
Code 381. Package is on the move. This way, Dr. Michaels. What the hell is that?
Boy, look at that.
Hostile. Secure the package. Get him over
I love beating me up some goons. Fucking goonin' time. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some goons and I'm gonna go skin them. I'm gonna go skin some goons because that's what they deserve. Come on.
Welcome aboard, Doctor.
Oh shit. That was the guy that you thought was a good guy at first, but he's not.
Get off
there's me.
We got this.
Yeah, sure you do.
Spider-Man's so cool. We out here.
I'm in pursuit of Martin Lee. I think he's got Dr. Michaels and the Devil's Breath.
Copy that. More units coming your way.
He took Michaels alive, so that's good.
Probably so we can force him to make more Devil's Breath.
I have to stop that truck. Hey, whatever.
I don't remember this part. This is cool.
This is Sable International. We have authorization for deadly force. There will be no further warning.
Whoa, whoa, there's a biological weapon in there!
All units, open fire.
Whoa, why is everyone shooting rockets all of a sudden?
Spider-Man, get over here. You are interfering in this operation.
Sorry, but I'm not on board with Operation Missiles in Manhattan.
My abilities aren't really looking all that well. Like moving platform.
I need to clear the guys in the trucks before I go after Lee.
Keep shooting.
Hey, stop shooting!
Oh my god. Oh! I was not paying attention. My phone lit up. Be aware of the dangers of drunk gaming. That was probably a low grab joke.
Here's your stuff. What Hey, stop shooting!
Target lost. Reacquire.
He is coming. He is coming, and he will destroy all sinners.
Sorry!
A lot of Trump supporters down in San Diego. That was a sad thing to see. My unknown mate spent a couple nights at a Trump house. Trump supporters cooked for dinner. That was strange. Oh shit! Whoops. Controller's not working.
What's your status? Have you apprehended Lee?
Working on it!
Yeah, I didn't know they were Trump supporters until after the fact.
I'll take this!
No, I didn't sleep there. I just like had dinner with them.
Doing to me?
Giving you a new perspective.
What the hell? I must be honest. I was hoping to bring you here. My abilities lend me a certain persuasiveness. I've been watching you. I was waiting for you at City Hall. You never came. Where were you?
Is this real or in my mind?
It was a shame so many had to die with no heroes to save them.
God damn it, I love sunflower seeds. I've been sleeping on them for a while. Where's one boy at?
That officer saved your life, didn't he? He was here because of you. And Norman wanted to use him. A futile gesture, in the end. And where was Norman during all this? Slinking away like a rat. He knew what was going to happen, and he fled. Norman is a hidden cancer on this city. He must be excised with no trace of his corruption to return. Norman hides behind his mask of lies. I will break it apart.
Yes, I'll kill Norman.
Drag him into the light.
Where's this guy?
Put on the mask. Become one of us.
One of us. One of us.
Thanks, but no thanks!
One way or the other, you will join me.
Uh-oh.
All the souls you've lost, the innocent victims you couldn't save.
Martin, their blood is on your hands!
You can stop Osborn. You have so much strength. I can give you will. Their bodies filled the gutter, and you did nothing.
Harder.
I can't save everyone!
What's one life? A simple trade. One life for a city of souls. You defend Osborn while he sits in his ivory tower?
This isn't real.
Show me your true strength.
This isn't dead.
Kneel before me! I will pull your mask off and expose you! The shadows are sworn to me, and I will give them strength. What?
I'm used to destroy the mask. I won't abandon you in the darkness, Martin!
I will break you and leave you brain dead. You can't!
You can come back to the light!
No!
Oh, you gotta wait for me to at least beat this.
You okay?
Did they take it?
Yes. How worried should I be?
Very.
Well, I guess I'll just,
You're a
I should
popular
call it a
guy.
night anyway, yeah. I'll just watch some Spider-Man. And, shut up, Crash.
Where's the serum?
I'm gone.
Skoja. So-called super.
Yeah, a fake Russian accent,
You think
yeah.
you save people, but you just make it worse. This is your fault.
Good
My
night.
fault. He was under
Love
your
you.
protection. Do you really need two of those?
Stop! We need to brief Mr. Osborn now.
I'll go with her. Thank you. I'll remember this.
Yuri, tell me you've got a lead on Martin Lee's location.
We have footage from a guy at a coffee shop. Looks like he hopped into a black sedan after the crash.
Black sedan, great.
Let me finish. We have a partial plate. And one of my patrol guys just found a matching plate. Black sedan in a parking lot near Canal and Hudson.
You're a good cop, Yuri. I'm on my way.
Spider-Man,